Legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson celebrating 25 years of commitment to Guam, Micronesia, and the CNMI. Cars Plus, home of Guam's first and only lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit carsplusguam.com for details. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on Primetime, the island commemorates 77 years of liberation. Details to a lawsuit filed against the Guam Board of Medical Examiners and the Guam Board of Allied Health Professionals, plus the latest with a decades-old failed experiment in the Cocos Lagoon. Good day, everybody. Welcome to Primetime. As the island commemorates its 77th year of liberation from Japanese occupation, the governor, during her speech at Adelup this morning, also acknowledged the war we are currently battling against COVID and what still needs to be done to hold the line. From victory some 77 years ago to the push for vaccinations.
We're just watching the numbers. We still have 1,300 people to go to get to the 80%.
The governor, speaking at a memorial ceremony, weaved our wartime story of the past to our present-day conflict.
And while every liberation has its liberators, look around you. Each of you have been soldiers in our fight. You did what needed to be done. You wore your mask, watched your distance, and washed your hands. And when the vaccine became available, you got your shots. You have been our army in this battle. For that, I thank you for helping us to achieve one of the highest vaccination rates in the nation and in the world. In the coming days, we will have achieved Operation Liberate Guam. When this day comes, life will resume to some sense of normalcy. We will enjoy friends and family without caps and social gatherings, and businesses can resume operations at 100% occupancy with no limits. While I plan to lift these restrictions, our mask mandate will remain in place. Historically, July 21 marked the turning point for Guam, and the same sentiment rings true today.
As of Wednesday morning, the island was 1,400 shots shy of achieving adult herd immunity. The governor will not restore the island to PCOR 4 until herd immunity is achieved. It's a goal she is confident we will achieve and beat COVID because, as history has shown, against all peril, we rise.
We were occupied for about 3 years, and our people lived a lot of sad events and tragic events. But our people are strong, and we survived. And we will also survive all dangers that have come to our shores. And so I say, contra y peligro, tafanatsu.
While we celebrate, we also remember Guam's World War II experience. During today's ceremony, 86-year-old Cynthia Tenorio Terlahi shared her survivor story and the battle we must all unite to fight. Isaiah Uggan has more.
She may have been just 7 years old, but she remembers vividly the day the Japanese invaded Guam.
And we didn't know what to do as a child. We didn't know what was going on. So we just have to follow what our parents had told us to do.
Grabbing whatever they could, they headed for the hills.
And we started walking, following all kinds of people going up towards Manangan in the jungle area. We ended up in Manangan. And then as we landed there, we went to the river area where my father started digging a hole for us to get protection from the bombing.
Death was everywhere, and like today, 143 empty chairs sat empty on the Adelup lawn as a reminder of the lives lost to COVID-19. Terlahi, during her speech, reflected on what happened during the Japanese occupation of Guam, but also the invisible war we continue to fight today.
Last year, the pandemic hit home. I was once again unable to move freely. I had to stay home because of my age. I'm very vulnerable to the disease.
Despite the peril she's gone through in her life, she is hoping whoever's listening will rise up and join the fight, like she did when she made the decision to get vaccinated.
I want to say to the people of Guam to go out and get vaccinated, even if it isn't guaranteed 100%. Let's put the solution in getting this coronavirus 19 under control back to normalcy. Get vaccinated. There is nothing to be afraid of. There's so many lives that were gone with this disease. I'm here. I survived World War II, survived typhoons, ano ba sa disaster.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, Guahu si Isaiah Ugin.
And a special invitation to you and your family to join KUAM at 7:30 tonight for our special Liberation Extravaganza show. We will have entertainment, special messages from Guamanians all across the globe, as well as from our local dignitaries. Our program includes a live broadcast of the drone light show from Tumon Bay, as well as the fireworks. Now, if you want to watch the fireworks in person, they will be launching from Oka Point and the Hagåtña Boat Basin. The fireworks show scheduled for the Malasu Pier has been postponed until Saturday at 8 p.m. Again, our Liberation Extravaganza show kicks off at 7:30 tonight. Governor Lulian Guerrero heads off to the nation's capital tomorrow. As reported, she is scheduled to meet with cabinet officials within the Biden administration, such as the heads of the Department of the Interior and Commerce. Traveling with her will be her Chief of Staff, John Jr. Calvo, Communications Director, Crystal Paco San Agustin, and First Gentleman, Jeff Cook. Community Defense Liaison Executive Director Vera Tapasnia traveled to D.C. in advance. Now, while in the nation's capital, the governor will also participate in a wreath-laying ceremony at the Guam Pillar of the World War II Memorial. It is official. DRT Deputy Director Frank Leon Guerrero has been moved to the Marianas Regional Fusion Center as its new director. He replaces Jesse Manjola, who started Monday as the new Deputy Chief of Port Police. Replacing Leon Guerrero at Reventax is Marie Lazama. She retired from Delta Airlines in 2018, where she served as Guam Sales Manager. She was previously head of the Business Services Unit at the American Job Center. More than a decade ago, a bill was signed into law designed to provide the process and information about whether a doctor on Guam has ever been disciplined. Years later, a lawsuit has been filed for the lack of its implementation. Attorney Vanessa Williams represents David Lubofsky. His 5-year-old son, Asher, died at the Guam Memorial Hospital in October 2018. In September of last year, he filed 2 separate complaints, one with the Guam Board of Allied Health Professionals and the other with the Guam Board of Medical Examiners. He alleged that 2 doctors and several other licensed health professionals acted in an unprofessional, improper, incompetent, and unlawful manner in the monitoring and treatment of his son.
And there doesn't seem to be a clear path for investigation or process, where you can see, okay, these are the rules and this is what's going to happen.
This lack of clarity in action was the impetus behind a lawsuit filed in June. According to the writ of mandate filed in the Superior Court, it's alleged that the Guam Board of Medical Examiners and the Guam Board of Allied Health Professionals have not adopted rules and regulations related to the investigation of complaints. They've also not followed local law mandating that doctors who've ever been disciplined be posted on a website.
In this case, what we're asking them to do is to comply with the requirement by law that has to post this information about doctors, healthcare professionals online for the public to see, and then to have certain rules and regulations related to the investigation of complaints for their made by people to the boards. It doesn't tell them like how to do it, how to post these things, or how to investigate complaints. There's no authority for that. It just says, please do it, or judge, please order them to do it.
The Patient Protection Through Information Act has been on the books since 2011. It was amended to expand further access to the public of a physician's profile in January 2018.
By this process, he wanted to ensure that, regardless of what happens to his complaint, that anyone who goes through this process is going to know that they were heard, that it was investigated properly, and that they will be responded to in a timely manner, because he's had, so it's just been haphazard with the complaints that he's filed over the years, and with other people too who aren't part of this lawsuit, but that have come to light where they just feel frustrated, feel unheard, and they don't feel protected by these boards, that no one's, speaking on their behalf. So that's really where this lawsuit came from.
Attorney Williams filed the lawsuit on June 15th. On July 7th, it appears the GBME finally went online, announcing the official launch of its website. KUAM, however, could not find information on whether any physicians have ever been disciplined, but residents are now able to fill out a complaint form online against a licensed health professional. In the meantime, a hearing on this lawsuit has been scheduled for August 10th. The Republican Party gearing up for Decision 2021 and the latest with handling Guam's stray dog population. Those stories and more when we return.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Bun, mayo, chicken pickle, bun.
Bun, pickle,
blasphemy!
No bun.
The Naked Chicken Chalupa, only at Taco Bell.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
While we've all been through a lot over the years,
typhoons, earthquakes, and now COVID-19,
we've been able to get through these together.
For more than 80 years, Travelers Insurance has been protecting your homes, your businesses,
and the health of your family.
We are here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
There are better days ahead. Tomorrow's a new day filled with hope and choices.
The possibilities of what we can achieve together are limitless.
Let's continue to work together to ensure a brighter tomorrow for all of us.
KUAM News, in partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau, brings you the Guam Safe and WTTC Safe Travel Certified Program Showcase. Look out for this powerful symbol for visitors, island residents, and industry workers alike, as it represents establishments with a consistent global commitment to safety practices. Stamped with approval by the Guam Visitors Bureau and the World Travel Tourism Council. Every Monday on KUAM News will feature a different local business who's taken the Safe Guam and Safe Travels pledge to maintain health and safety standards to get Guam back on track. Log on to visitguam.com to see how your business can receive the designation, what businesses in our community are Guam Safe certified, and have the WTTC Safe Travel certified.
It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
Welcome back. GDOE Superintendent John Fernandez provided an update to members of the Guam Education Board on the status of reopening schools for face-to-face instruction next month. Final approvals on safety protocols are scheduled to be given on Friday to include guidance on bus transportation.
They don't actually have any limits on the capacity of the buses at that level. So unless public health comes in and sets a limit, they are, I think the recommendation is to maximize distancing as much as possible, but it doesn't give any clearer guidance than that.
According to Fernandez, it's likely a mask mandate will remain in place, as well as the possibility that windows on buses shall be open for ventilation. Public Health is expected to provide a Public Works input on what exactly will be expected of students riding the bus. DPW is scheduled to publish their bus schedule by no later than August 1st. Classes begin on August 12th. According to Guam EPA's Nick Lee, over 900 tires have been removed from the artificial reef in Cocos Lagoon. Tyler Matsanani has the latest update from the Guam Environmental Protection Agency.
Back in the 70s, the Guam Department of Agriculture installed an artificial reef in the Cocos Lagoon, which was composed of approximately 2,500 tires, an idea which Guam EPA's Nick Lee says was considered to be cutting-edge technology.
That you were going to repurpose these tires and in the hopes that it was going to increase fish stocks or allow coral growth to thrive.
But after a few years of monitoring, scientists realized that not only was the reef ineffective, but it now posed a threat.
When they become dislodged or if chemicals start leaching out of them over time.
The removal process is far from easy.
This is being done by hand.
Wow.
There is a salvage dive company that was subcontracted by the main awardee.
Divers are sent to unearth the tires one by one and piece by piece. Lee describes the affair as a painstaking process of having to clean up the marine environment while making sure nothing else is damaged or disturbed. It's already a strenuous task, but as Lee explains, more and more obstacles are uncovered as they dive deeper.
Some of the things that they've reported out is as they get deeper into the sand substrate, the tires are getting more difficult to pull out.
The idea of dumping tires into the ocean may sound absurd, but Guam wasn't the only one taking this environmental approach. As Lee explains, there was an area in Lauderdale, Florida that had a reef of 2 million tires.
I think that was a joint venture between their municipal council and it might have been even the Army Corps of Engineers to greenlight that project.
Unlike Florida, that's looking at a total cost of $28 million to clean up the mess, Guam was awarded a grant for approximately $250,000 from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Marine Debris Removal Program. Once the tires are removed, they'll get processed at the Unitech Environmental Compound before they get transported to Mr. Rubbishman, who will then take those tires and put them into a tire shredder. From there, they'll be sent off island for final disposal. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matsanani.
The Republican Party of Guam is gearing up for Decision 2022. Today, July 22nd and 23rd, they're hosting workshops with party members and potential candidates at the Dusit. The training will actually be conducted by several members of the Republican National Committee. RNC Deputy Chief of Staff Rick Gorka is one of them.
We're bringing experts in training on a host of topics from political communications, fundraising, digital data, to arm the candidates in Guam with the latest in technology and techniques to run the best campaigns possible. So we're spending and looking forward to spending a few days working our way around the island, meeting as many folks as possible, answering a lot of questions, and making sure that the candidates that Juan Carlos is recruiting are ready to run very effective and competitive campaigns, being smart with the resources that we all have to work with when we're running for office.
Participants are asked to please register so the GOP can make appropriate accommodations. The two-day training sessions are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The program will be free of charge for registered members of the Republican Party of Guam. For more information, email Chairman Juan Carlos Benitez at jbenitez@wpedg.com. The Stray Animal Roundup program, which aims to address the stray animal population that has plagued the island for many years, is still on hold. That's according to PD Mayor Jesse Alec, who is also the Mayor's Council of Guam president. Despite the halt, some dogs in the viral video that showed a pack of dogs roaming around abandoned houses in Tizen were caught and taken into Guam animals in need shelter. Mayor Alec says the Department of Agriculture has stepped up to the plate to address the issue because, after all, it's their responsibility.
We're standing back and supporting agriculture with whatever they need, and that means trucks, transfer cages, and those types of things. But really, it's a project now that's spearheaded by agriculture and game. And so I'm not sure over the weekend how many dogs they were able to trap. But I know that the plan still remains the same, that they want to relocate the dogs to to gain to the shelter.
According to Allegheny, making sure that there is ample space specifically for the dog population in Teton. Johnson & Johnson has voluntarily recalled 4 Neutrogena aerosol sunscreens as well as its Aveeno Protect Plus Refresh aerosol sunscreen after finding low levels of chemical benzene in samples. This is a commonly used chemical found in household products like detergents and paint, but the CDC says in high levels it can damage the immune system or even cause cancer. Public Health's Division of Environmental Health is communicating and conducting checks with local retailers and distributors to determine if any of those products are sold here. And coming up next, Dave Delgado with sports and a feature on island athletes going for the gold in the Summer Olympics.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your 4th meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Más.
It's gonna look a little different in here. Your favorite spot might not be exactly where it used to be. Being next in line might feel a little less like next in line. And our smiles might come with a little extra shine. But McDonald's is ready to take your order as safely as we can.
Do you feel like you're missing out on something? Make life more rewarding with Pacific Points. Earn and redeem points for bill rebates and free load at IT&E, discounts on fuel at Shell, vouchers at Foodies, and United Mileage Plus miles. You can even pay with Pacific Points at IT&E, Shell, and Foodies. Pacific Points. Do more, get more.
Summer is here, and at Cars Plus, we have the perfect Jeep for your summer adventures. Whether you're going off-road or just getting ready to hit the beach down south, make this the summer event you find your Jeep, like the 2021 Jeep Wrangler or the 2021 Jeep Gladiator, equipped with Guam's only lifetime powertrain warranty. Call us at 477-7807 or visit our website at carsplusguam.com to schedule a test drive today. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Make sure you're connected, the writing's on the wall. Cause if your mind's neglected, stumble you might fall,
Connection is a human necessity, one we need today more than ever. And with the new First Hawaiian Bank mobile app, you can stay just as connected to your finances. And it all starts with yes.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Joshter Andrew won't have to travel too far for this year's Olympic Games. Andrew attends Ryutsu Keizai University in Itabaki, Japan on an Olympic scholarship.
It's really big. It's way bigger than myself. I'm very honored to be out there and to participate for the Olympic Games and have the whole country behind me, the whole island actually behind me. I'm very nervous and very, very excited at the same time. Looking forward to it and really do my best in the games.
Joshter was a gold medalist at the 2019 Pacific Games held in Apia, Samoa, ranked number 119 in the world. The work he's put in doesn't go unnoticed.
Right now, I can't express in words on how much how I feel with the games, everything leading up to this Olympic Games. It's been a very long journey. The travels alone, the injuries that I went through everything, all of that, just, I guess it just boils down to that one moment, which is Olympic Games, and really, really taking it all in.
Joster has attended training camps in Budapest, Hungary, New Caledonia, Spain, and France. His weight is on point, so he doesn't have to cut too much before competition.
Every day we've been training. Right now, at the moment, we're not really training as hard, but the quality is still there. It's just because of the Olympic Games is soon, so try to avoid injuries and stuff. But I've been training every morning, 8 in the morning, and also in the afternoon I make some time and train for myself. We're training a lot of randori on the mat, but we also do some dojo training, which is like weights and like the ropes and stuff, and cardio, lots of cardio, but mainly is randori, which is standing judo, and newaza, ground judo.
Joster has attended training camps in Budapest, Hungary, New Caledonia, Spain, and France. His weight is on point, so he doesn't have to cut too much before competition. Joster racked up a wealth of experience competing overseas. He's competed in the Oceania Championships, Budapest Grand Prix, Western Australia Open, Osaka Grand Slam, World Championships in Baku, and the Jeju Cup International, to name a few. Joster has had to sacrifice a lot to get to where he is now.
The sacrifices, leaving home, it was a lot. Something I had to really adapt to. It wasn't just my family. Also, moved to a foreign country, which is Japan, and I have to learn and adapt to lifestyle, eat new food. It was hard, not gonna lie, but to me, it really pays off. Every hardship along the way was worth it.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
Get up and move, Guam! Join the mayors of Talafofon, Inilohan for Haan and Minagov, a great day to celebrate the reopening of our island at the Valley of the Latte, Saturday, July 31st from 10 to 5 p.m. Local artists, farmers, and Guam-made products will be on hand while you enjoy performances from our best cultural entertainers and musicians. Enjoy the finest food that Southern Guam has to offer. Help us open our newest attraction, the Micronesia Cultural Village. Tickets can be purchased online at valleyofthelatte.com. Haan and Minagov is brought to you by the Guam Visitors Bureau, Guam Economic Development Authority, Valley of the Latte, Jungle Riverboat Cruise, Kloppenburg Enterprises, Para Ipribetsu Itautauta, the Guam Brewery, Island Beverage Distributors, and the stations of KUAM.
What do you call a crunch wrap with double the seasoned beef, a crunchy taco, and a large drink? Dunno, but it better be grand or grande. It's the Grande Crunch Wrap meal, only at Taco Bell.
Welcome back. Here's Jason with your birthday shout-out.
Happy birthday to our Liberation Day celebrants, everybody. Extra special happy birthday wishes to Sage Dela Cruz, who turns 15 today. This KUAM kid. Mommy is so proud of the man you are becoming. Love you to the moon and back, says your mom. Whisper, whisper, we miss you. Elena Jade Cruz, happy birthday number 9 to our baby girl coming from your family. And happy 16th birthday to Xavier Jose Charfris. We hope you enjoy your day, and we love and miss you so much. Love coming from Dad, Joan, Recia, Ira, Nana, Papa, and the entire family. So, happy birthday to Sage, Elena, and Xavier, and happy liberation to one and all. Viva! Today's birthday celebrants.
And that's it for me. Stay tuned. Up next, Nestor with In Full Zoom. We'll see you tomorrow on The Link.
In Full Zoom is presented by Calvo Enterprises, Inc. and IT&E.
Half a day, everyone. Nestor Lecanto here with another edition of In Full Zoom, and we're pleased to welcome our guests this week, Tracy and Jeff Okolo from, as you may remember them for a long time with Micronesian Renewable Energy. Well, MRE is now a new company, and they're here to explain why they're rebranding and the purpose and what the future promises for them. Welcome, guys.
Thank you very much, Nestor. Thank you for having us.
Hi, Nestor. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks, Tracy. Let me start with you. Tell us a little bit about this rebranding. What is the new company and why?
Yeah, very exciting news for us. You know, when Jeff and I came to Guam, you know, in 2012, we started Micronesia Renewable Energy. And at that time, our goal was to start a local company with a local presence here where we could be the best solar company here on Guam that provides the best technology and the best affordable options to our customers. And through the years, it's been 9 years that we've been successful and to be able to do that. So we're looking forward to maybe reaching out and expanding the company. So we decided that we would change the name of the company in order to accommodate our expansion and our growth that we're looking forward to, you know, in the future. So that's why we decided to call it Generation Renewable Inc. And with that, you know, we're still going to remain here in Guam as the hub, and this will be the main